Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Antlered Pursuit TV. We're here in northern PA for a 2-day trip to do some archery hunting on some private land. Hopefully it'll be a good time. We're just gonna hunt Monday and Tuesday. Hopefully everything works out. Alright guys, I just want to talk to you a little bit about my setup here. I'm overlooking this one field. There is another field to my right that's separated by this funnel of trees that the deer often like to travel through. Above me about 300 yards there is a cornfield that the deer often feed in. And behind me down the hill is a major road, so you might hear a little traffic. I'm using my recurve for this hunt, so it's going to be up close and personal with the deer. My range is about 20 yards. These two deer are actually the second deer I saw on that Monday evening. The first one I saw was the doe I actually shot. She came in about 10 minutes after I got set up. You'll hear more about her in the next clip. But these two here are a little on the smaller side, so I wouldn't have shot them anyway. They were in here for about 15 minutes, and this was about an hour after I shot my doe. Alright, I shot a doe a little bit ago. I'm not too confident about the shot. I think I hit her a little back. I'm gonna give her plenty of time before I go look. And I think I saw her go up. I saw her go about 50 yards, 60 yards to my right, 50 or 60 yards to my right. And I heard a little bit of crashing, but I'm gonna creep up there in a little bit here and see if she's alive or dead. I get down out of my stand to look for the deer about 2 hours after I shot. I wanted to give her plenty of time because I felt like I hit her a little back. My dad then shows up to help me look for my deer. As he's taking a look at my setup, I see a doe about 70 yards away coming towards us. We get down pretty quickly and get behind cover and wait for her to come closer to potentially give my dad a shot. She ends up turning the other way and going away from us. Love it if we can get some more cover. It was 100% a deer. I saw the butt and it moved. I see it, Dad, I think. I'm pretty sure I see it. It's a buck, I think. Right here is where the doe was standing when I took a shot at her. Up there you could see her spot I picked out up in that tree. She worked her way down in here and along the bottom of this trail here. And then when she gave me a good broadside shot is when I took a shot. I feel like I hit her a little back, but so we gave her plenty of time. We're going in here. We're gonna try and find blood and sneak up real slow just in case she's not dead yet. Alright, we found her. While we were tracking, it was very hard to find blood. She wasn't bleeding much. We lost blood about halfway to finding her. My arrow was partially inside her. It wasn't able to pump blood out cleanly, so it was hard to track. I ended up doing a sweep through the area. My dad ended up finding her dead. I went up close to her with an arrow nock just in case and touched her, but she was dead. It is a little far back hit, but she ended up bleeding out enough. Thankfully, we're gonna get her gutted and get her out of here. Alright, so I had a pretty eventful morning. I set up on this pretty much travel route, so these deer are walking back and forth from either bedding to food and then back to the bedding. There were lots of deer in here when I was coming in the dark. Try my best not to spook any, but I heard some moving around. But I got up in my tree quietly, and then I saw a coyote pretty much right at daybreak. Shortly after that, there were a couple deer I heard blowing from the direction the coyote went to. I'm thinking they were blowing at him. After that, I didn't really see anything. Closer to 8 o'clock, I had this younger doe coming in behind me. This deer ended up sticking around for about 20 minutes, feeding in the little patch of woods between the two fields. I actually heard her do a fawn call a few times. I wasn't sure at first, but eventually I saw her mouth moving when the noise happened. And then, right as I was about to get out of my tree stand, I look across the field and I see two more doe coming down off the ridge. They disappear and a spike appears. It's a little spike or something. Maybe a 4-point. And he starts making a rub and he works his way towards me and he goes under my tree. This was one of 3 buck I saw on that trip. All of them were very small, nothing more than 4 points. I just wasn't able to get film of all of them. As he's working his way off, it was 6 to 10. Couldn't really get a gauge on how many it was, but they all worked their way behind me. Some of them came closer. I know one for sure was a little, maybe 4-point, maybe another spike, but a small buck as well. All in all, it was a pretty eventful morning. Just got This deer here was one of 3 deer I saw on that final evening hunt. She came in to about 20 yards pretty consistently. It was feeding in that little patch of woods between the 2 fields. For those of you who are wondering, I'm James Weaver, the brother of Wyatt, who's the one who runs this channel. He and I decided to start filming some more videos together, so if you see me in some more in the future, that's why. And on another note, let us know how your PA archery season's been going.